Authorities proposed raising the number of members to the Social Workers Registration Board as part of its amendments, stressing there is an urgent need for reform. The proposal aims to increase the membership from 15 to 27. The new body will comprise 8 elected members, 17 government-appointed ones, and 2 government representatives. Secretary for Labor and Welfare Chris Sun noted social workers will still make up at least half of the body after the measure is implemented. He added it would benefit the regulator for social workers with the inclusion of more diverse voices. Foreign Minister Wang Yi has slammed typical bullying by the United States after U.S. President Joe Biden announced a hefty rise in tariffs on Chinese goods. On Tuesday, Biden slapped major new tariffs on Chinese electric vehicles, advanced batteries, solar cells, steel, aluminum, and medical equipment. The tariff on electric vehicles is 100%. Wang told state broadcaster CCTV, the move shows that some people in the United States have reached the point of losing their minds. He added that the American suppression of China does not prove that the U.S. is strong, but rather exposes that the U.S. has lost its self-confidence and is out of order, according to state broadcaster CCTV. Biden said the tariffs are aimed at countering China's overcapacity.
That's why today I'm announcing new tariffs in key sectors of the economy that are going to ensure that our workers are not held back by unfair trade practices. They include the thing I'm announcing today, 25% tariff on Chinese steel and aluminum products, and we'll counter China's overcapacity in these industries. Next, a 100% tariff on electric vehicles made in China. People say, wow. Because we're not going to let China flood our market, making it impossible for American auto manufacturers to compete fairly.
Protesting students at Harvard University are taking down their tents after university leaders agreed to listen to their concerns about financial support for the school from Israel. The university agreed to discuss the demonstrators' demands. Students who have camped out on campus will not face any punishment. The university will negotiate with them about divestment from Israel. It means a peaceful end to the standoff, whereas other schools have called in police. The Harvard Management Company oversees the world's largest academic endowment, valued at around $50 billion US. In France, police are still hunting for an escaped convict and the gunman who freed him from custody. 2 prison officers were killed during an armed ambush on a prison van. 3 others were seriously wounded. Prisoner Mohammed Amra was being transported from a court hearing in Rouen when armed men wearing balaclavas attacked the convoy at a toll booth on the A154 freeway. The prisoner, known as The Fly, is said to have links to Marseille drug gangs. The 30-year-old had been convicted of burglary on May 10th and had been indicted for a kidnapping that led to a death. Some prison staff have staged protests, saying they do not get enough protection. Welcome back. Thousands flocked to Chuncha today for its signature parade and celebrations. Later tonight, the island will also stage the bun scrambling competition. Jackie Lin has been on standby on Chuncha since this afternoon. Jackie, tell us how it's been.
Hi, Mel. So for now, while the parade has come to a close, there are still plenty of visitors who are staying behind for the bun snatching competition, which will be happening at the stroke of midnight tonight. Organizers will distribute free tickets tonight at 10 p.m. for the race on a first-come, first-served basis. A total of 1,650 seats are available. Tonight, 9 male contestants and 3 female contenders will be vying for the coveted title of King and Queen of Buns. Meanwhile, while they're not climbing the 3 bun towers right behind us, they will be scaling the even taller 14-meter bun mountain at the football pitch further away. Well, tonight, and I will continue to be on standby right here on Chuncha for all of you. And now, here's a look back at the festivities during the day. The dancing legendary creature Qilin kicked off the boisterous tradition of the Chuncha Bun Festival Music Parade at 1:30 p.m. Setting off from Pagtai Temple, the floats and troops carrying children in colorful costumes made their way through the packed streets and alleyways. Following the tradition were elements of social concerns, including outcry against the government's municipal waste charging scheme. Secretary for Security Chris Tang on the passing of Article 23 in March. Some were reminders against scams and frauds. Alongside traditional characters from Chinese myths. With Qilin dances roaring through the island.
Because my dad is doing line dance too. A very important festival. It's fun. Yeah, and it's happy.
To view the 3-hour parade, spectators filled the streets and balconies.
Everyone is so happy. Everyone is smiling and cheering on. All the kids being included is just very cute.
Amazing, lots of color, lots of fun. Everybody's having a good time. Really amazing, fantastic.
This traditional custom has been practiced on Chuncha for 100 years with a 3-year suspension over the COVID pandemic. Initially, residents paraded deity statues along village lanes before evolving into children dressing up as ancient and modern figures. In 2011, this local festival was inscribed onto the 3rd National List of Intangible Cultural Heritage, a dashing tradition to usher in joy and drive away bad luck for their deities. But under the sweltering heat, some suffered heat stroke and had to be stretchered away. The bustling crowds brought more business to shops and restaurants on Chuncha. Some plan to stay overnight on the island after watching the bun scrambling competition. But many try to leave the island in the late afternoon. Some say they are worried about the crowds later. Another centerpiece of celebrations here are these traditional Cantonese operas that aim to appease the deities. They run for 4 days with a theme of rejoicing between humans and their gods. Jackie Lin, TVB News.
Today is Buddha's birthday. A Buddha bathing ceremony was held at the Hong Kong Coliseum. The Buddha bathing ceremony is one of the activities of the 3-day celebration organized by the Hong Kong Buddhist Association. With the baby Buddha being placed on the altar, the monks use a ladle to pour water over him. The 3 washes symbolize the act of cleansing the body, speech, and thoughts. Chairman of the association, Ven Kuan Yun, said, Hong Kong people should be grateful to be able to live in a stable and peaceful environment. Some residents released animals into the sea as part of a mercy release ritual on Buddha's birthday. The Agriculture, Fisheries and Conservation Department discouraged the act, with some animal rights concern groups saying that releasing them could alter the ecological balance. Many residents were seen releasing animals such as fish and crabs into the sea at the North Point Ferry Pier this morning before performing religious rituals. But several of the freed animals immediately became prey of nearby birds. Some animal rights groups reminded residents that the animals will struggle to survive even when returned to the sea. This, as the Agriculture, Fisheries and Conservation Department said, it will deploy more manpower to monitor popular mercy release spots, including Tai Po and Sai Kung. Under the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals Ordinance, it is illegal for anyone to inappropriately free their animals, causing unnecessary suffering. Those found guilty could receive a maximum penalty of a fine of $200,000 and 3 years in jail. Beijing's National Immigration Administration has announced that as from today, tour groups from overseas coming to China on board cruise ships can enter the country visa-free. 13 cruise terminal ports, including Tianjin, Dalian, Shanghai, Qingdao, Guangzhou, and Shenzhen, can handle visa-free entries. The overseas tour groups will be received by mainland travel organizations. Groups with 2 or more people can stay for a maximum of 15 days. Hong Kong's Culture, Sports and Tourism Bureau welcomes the move, saying it will help attract more international cruise companies to open more cruise routes that may also cover Hong Kong. That's the news. Thanks for watching. I hope everyone has enjoyed the Buddha's birthday holiday. Good night.